And guess what? All this time I thought I was recording it. I didn't record a darn thing. And here we go again. So, anyways, um, as I'm recording this, the sun is moving, and now it's back in my face. And if I move back, hey, you can see me again without having to see the sun. I'm sorry about the microphone in my face because the other microphone doesn't pick up very well. And as cheap as I am, I just haven't gone and bought another microphone that can pick up better. But at least this will work, and if you can hear me, what's the difference? Uh-oh, there goes the freezing of the screen again. Yeah, 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 yeah. But anyways, I hope that to repeat what I just said for the last 5 minutes, it's kind of hard to do because there was a lot of stuff I talked about in 5 minutes. It's amazing. But anyways, I was talking about how a lot of the stuff that's online now, stuff that's been done over and over again, and the principles behind them are still the same. It's like math. You can present new math books and whatever, but the fact is 2 plus 2 still equals 4. It did yesterday, it did 100 years ago, and guess what? 100 years from now, it will still equal 4. So certain principles, certain things will always remain the same. So you don't have to buy the latest and greatest for that. What really makes a difference is when the person that you get it from can take the group of principles, put them all together in an organized fashion, and present them to where you actually genuinely learn and understand what's going on. It's like YouTube. When YouTube came out to learn how to create and do videos was useful. When Facebook came out, how to do a Facebook ad when they started to then become commercialized and wanting to make more money and had investors that they had to appeal to, they started to push, um, boosting posts and different other stuff. And certain things that are on Facebook aren't worth a nickel. Even though you have to pay money for it, it's really not worth a darn thing. That's why it's important to really get the people that are experts that have learned how to do it. But how did they become experts? Because when Facebook first started to do that, this wasn't something that was well known, and people who know how to do certain type of ads went on there and experimented with their money and learned how to do techniques that gave them the best results. And then they shared it with you and charge you money now to make up for all that trial and error that they did to get that money back and them to make some. But actually, it's worth something. So when new things come out, learn how to use them and stuff like that. You need the later videos. But when it comes to things like internet marketing and stuff like that, a lot of the base stuff is still the same. People still try to use organic search engine optimization to get their websites and blogs to rank on Google. Plus, they want to find other ways of trying to drive traffic. But with so many websites that are active online and all vying for a spot on Google, it's not always easy. In fact, a lot of times it's more difficult, and especially if you find yourself having to compete against big boys, their budgets will just smash you. And if you even get placed on the page, um, on the first page and in a proper spot, you're going to probably get bounced. Not by Google, but by bigger businesses that realize, what does he do? And they can probably reverse engineer that quicker than you can. And then take it and knock you back on page 2, 3, or whatever. And it's interesting because it used to be, I did this back a few years ago, and then I just did it recently again, is how many pages will Google actually show before you hit the end? And at one time, you could go back 78 pages, so that would be 780 websites that would be listed. But obviously, um, very, very few people would even go past page 5. You know, you're lucky to get, people that would go past page 5. And I think Google realizes that too, because now I found out that you're lucky that they'll go past page 32. So the window of opportunity is getting narrower on ranking for Google pages. At the same time, the competition of websites trying to get that is more and more and more. So it's a wider competition, narrower opportunity. But the opportunity is still there, just that you have to find the right phrases and words and whatever to get people to come on to do it. But if you just rely upon just Google, you're not going to do anything. That's why people talk about everything from social media and having a following on social media to email marketing and having a list of subscribers who follow you and do what you have, because whenever you have a big enough list, you can easily tell them, hey, I just posted a new article on my blog about XYZ, and guess what? A number of them will come and look at your posting, and that almost guarantees much more engagement. That's the word I was looking for. Engagement with your blog, and then Google notices that there's people coming to your website. But I think they've gotten to the point now, they know how they're getting there. It used to be that they were impressed, oh, they had 300 people visit that website, that thing, just in one day. But I think their algorithm now says, well, yeah, they came because he sent an email telling them about it, and they came on that link from an email to find that page. So it was something he alerted them to. It's not something they were looking for. So as far as the value that we have here at Google, we don't care. So it doesn't really rank your page any more than it would have if you hadn't done it. So it used to, but not anymore. So anyways, that's some of the things that I wanted to cover today, and I'm just seeing how well I can do, since it's been like a long time since I've done the last video. So we'll see how this one comes out. Thank you.